Have you ever tried to print from Excel and ended up with misshapen worksheets and hard to read data? How can you get a better view of your worksheet so you know where you'd like to have page breaks before you think about setting them up? Anytime that you decide to print a workbook, you should always ensure that the page layout and print options are configured properly. Let's take a more detailed look at page layout and print options to help ensure that your worksheets are printed to the highest standard possible. You can adjust the zoom settings for your worksheet so that you can enlarge or reduce the amount of information that is displayed on the screen at one time. To either increase or reduce the zoom level, click the View tab and then Zoom. The Zoom dialog box will open with options to choose from a variety of zoom presets. You can also enter a custom zoom level into the custom text box. Click OK to apply your zoom settings. You can also adjust the zoom level with the zoom slider on the status bar. Remember that zoom is measured by percentages, so 200% would be the equivalent of zooming in 2 times. Page breaks are used to identify where a new page begins and another ends. Excel will automatically determine where page breaks appear based upon the paper size that you selected and its orientation, but you can modify these breaks and add your own. When viewing your workbook, page breaks are identified by thin dashed lines either vertically or horizontally. Page breaks may only be displayed after you have viewed a print preview of the current workbook. They can sometimes be hard to see unless you are using the page break view. To insert a manual page break, first click on the cell where you want the page break to be placed. A vertical page break will be added to the left of the selected cell and a horizontal page break will be added to the top of it. Next, click the Page Layout tab, then Breaks, and then Insert Page Break. To remove a page break, click to select the cell that is either to the immediate right or the bottom of the break. Next, click the Page Layout tab, then Breaks, and then Remove Page Break. Clicking the Reset All Page Breaks option in the menu will remove all the manual page breaks in the current worksheet. It's important to note that you can't add a page break to force Excel to fit more on a page. If the automatic page break is coming at an unwanted place, you can only ask Excel to move on to a new page sooner. There are some useful tools that can help you configure your page for printing, including selecting a print area or choosing whether to print titles, row and column headings, and grid lines. The Print Area feature allows you to choose exactly which area of your spreadsheet to print. To begin, select the range of cells that you want to print. Next, click the Page Layout tab, then Print Area, then Set Print Area. Once the print area is set, it will be surrounded by page break lines that are solid rather than dashed. To clear a print area, select the area in question. Then click Print Area and then Clear Print Area. Please note, while you have a print area defined, nothing else will print. You must clear the print area if you want to change what you are printing. If you are working with a worksheet that will span multiple pages when printed, you have the option to have the row and column titles repeat. This ensures that each page has the appropriate title that identifies each row and column, so you don't end up with a page of data that contains no labeling information. To access the print title options, click Print Titles. You can also click the dialog box launcher button in the Page Setup group and then click the Sheet tab. Using the rows to repeat at top and columns to repeat at left text boxes, you can choose exactly which cells you want repeated. Note that this tab also includes some more configuration options, such as the row and column headings checkbox. By enabling this option, you can print the alphabetic column headers and numeric row headers along with your worksheet. This option is disabled by default. Grid lines refer to the thin horizontal and vertical lines that divide a worksheet into rows and columns. Such grid lines are very useful in helping to separate data and facilitate the readability of your worksheets. For this reason, it is generally a good idea to include grid lines in your printout. You can turn grid lines on and off from here. Or go to the Page Layout tab and check the Print checkbox under the Grid Lines header in the Sheet Options group. If you find that the worksheet you want to print will span too many pages, you can choose to restrict the printout to a set number of pages. This will cause Excel to scale the size of your pages down in order to fit them onto the chosen number of pages. Or you can also choose to increase the scale so that your worksheet will appear larger and possibly more readable on the page, but take up more printed pages as a result. All of these scaling options are found on the Page Layout tab within the Scale to Fit group. Clicking either the Width or Height drop-down menus will allow you to choose the number of pages that you want the printout to span in those directions. The Scale Increment box, on the other hand, allows you to scale the content of your worksheets up or down. When adjusting the scaling options, take care not to shrink the content of your worksheets down too small, as this will make the data very difficult to read. Be careful not to make the content too big either, or you could end up with a worksheet that requires too many pages to print.